Baltimore County Police investigating an officer shooting or officer involved in shooting.
Okay.
You hear this a lot.
Too much, actually.
It's not what you think, though. It's not what you think. Detectives are investigating an officer involved in the shooting that happened Thursday morning, February the 18th. Old Eastern Avenue and Harrison Avenue in Middle River on the east side of Baltimore. Now, that's not the east side? That's not the east side?
That is considered Middle River, which is around the Essex community, which is
Baltimore County?
Baltimore County.
But so it's not East Baltimore?
No, it's not. It's actually almost southern Eastern County, kind of.
Southeast Baltimore?
You know, I'll let you have it.
East is in it some kind of way. No,
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
That officer shot a suspect who was taken to the hospital. No word yet on his condition. So the police corporal John Watcher says that around 2 a.m. he pulled over a vehicle that he suspected was involved in narcotics activity. Now the passenger exited the vehicle and started to walk towards Eastern Avenue, then stopped. Allegedly. Now, the vehicle itself pulled around onto Harrison and put itself in the position roughly parallel with the officer's car during an altercation between the police and the passenger who exited the vehicle. That passenger, here it is, made a sudden movement towards his waistband, and that officer was in, do I have to finish it?
No.
In, here it comes, fear for his life. And weapon was discharged during the interaction with the officer. So is he trying to say he was running away and he made a move for his wristband? Now, of course, it's not been stated whether he had a weapon on him. I'm sure that he, that'll come out.
They did not find a weapon.
Right. I knew he was going to say that, yeah. The driver of the vehicle was arrested. And so the officer will be on routine administrative status while this is being reviewed. But as Lisa said, no weapon found. But they did recover narcotics from the scene. So these were allegedly some junkies. I ain't got no weapon.
Well, here's the thing. I hate to say it, it's possible. It just depends. So it just depends on how much he had on his person, in his possession.
Yeah.
If it's considered for profit or a personal use. So we just have to, once if they disclose that information, then that's what they'll determine if he was going to distribute this or if this was a personal.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's probably not a large amount. Had it been a large amount of drugs, it would have stated, it was 2 keys of coke.
Right.
So we're talking about personal use.
Yeah. So you're probably right then in that instance that he was probably, unfortunately, a functioning junkie, for lack of a better term, and
yeah,
which is unfortunate. I do remember this morning them saying that while he was shot, he didn't die, so he was just injured, which is good. But it's unfortunate that it had to even come to that at all. So
yeah,
I will really be glad when we don't have to talk about things like this, which I probably will never stop. But it's getting old.
It was getting old.
This whole police interaction.
Yeah. I was talking to the Baltimore Sun about my thoughts on how to improve police and community relations, and we'll speak about that at a later time. But we definitely need to do that. And but I mean, 2 a.m. dark street in Middle River. I can understand why he might be fearful in that instance.
Sure.
And here's the thing about it. The race of the people involved has not been released So I can't speculate on that.
Right.
But I will say this. One thing that I do want to commend the officer on is the fact that he's not dead.
Right.
He did not kill the guy.
Right.
I'm going to say that he probably handled it correctly. If he was the only officer on the scene,
right.
a couple people, yeah, you're a little anxious.
Right.
But he did not kill him. So he shot him in a way that he's not dead, at least as of yet.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens, and hopefully he pulls through. But my thing is that even if, so he said that he was in fear for his life. Mm-hmm. He didn't unload on him. He didn't, unload the clip.
Right.
And that's how you're supposed to handle things.
Right. You're supposed to.
So I want to commend the officer for not taking this man's life over a small amount of drugs.
This is correct.